Hey there, YouTube. Welcome back to Beyond the 529, the channel dedicated to helping you master the college funding process and achieve all of your financial goals. One of the biggest mistakes that I see families make is to treat college planning in a silo, independent of all of the other financial goals that they're trying to accomplish. When in reality, what we need to be doing to get the best results is to make sure that our college planning is part of a comprehensive package where we're going to be incorporating and looking at the best ways to manage our retirement and our investment portfolio and all of the other financial goals that we want to accomplish in conjunction with college planning. So by making sure that we're taking the right steps in other areas that might seem unrelated to college, we're taking the steps necessary to make sure that our family is actually in the best position from a college standpoint as well. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about one of the most fundamental decisions that most of us come across as we go through our career, which is what to do with a 401k or a retirement account from a previous employer, and some of the advantages of moving that account to what we call an IRA or an individual retirement account. I'm Mike Bink, founder and president of Equivest Financial Advisors. Equivest Financial Advisors is a full-service fiduciary wealth management firm. We help you develop comprehensive strategies to achieve all of your financial goals, from retiring to paying for college. We specialize in late-stage college planning and can help you identify strategies that will lower your cost of college by thousands of dollars. From increasing your financial aid and scholarships to identifying those schools that are going to give your student the most money, we can help you develop a plan that's going to lower your cost of college and help you protect your family's retirement. To learn more about how you can become our client and get your plan started today, please click on the button in the description below. So whenever you change jobs, you're going to have several options when it comes to your old 401k or retirement investment account. For most people, rolling your account into an IRA provides many different advantages. Advantage number one is that you're going to have significantly more investment options. In a 401k, you're going to be limited to the options that are available within your specific plan. And as you change jobs and as you get older, your financial life becomes more complex, and oftentimes those options do not meet your individual needs. Particularly at smaller companies that have smaller 401k providers where they don't have the option to bring in a lot of different investments, investors are usually really restricted to not only the options that they're able to take advantage of when it comes to investing, but those investment options are oftentimes much more costly. In an IRA, you're also going to be able to buy and sell anytime you want, whereas with a lot of 401k plans, they're going to limit the number of times that you can make adjustments. So advantage number two really comes down to the service that you're going to get as an investor. Moving to an IRA is going to oftentimes provide you with a much higher level of service than you're going to get through a 401k provider or a 403b provider at your old employer. Most people don't realize that when they leave their old employer, they essentially get moved into a different tier from a service standpoint for their investment accounts. So if you're what's called an active member of that investment account, meaning you're still employed by the company using that 401k plan, you get a higher tier and a higher level of service than those that have left that are no longer active members in the program. So this can lead to things being more difficult in terms of getting your questions answered, getting documentation from the old provider, and also just trying to get access to good information on your old account if you're going through and you're developing a plan where you need to make a decision about that account. When you make the decision to move your account to an IRA, especially if you're working with an advisor, then you've got somebody to help you make sure that the investments that you've picked for that account are optimized and that they're going to be the absolute right investments to grow your account for your retirement moving forward. Another big advantage of rolling over your 401k or your old retirement account to an IRA is the opportunity to lower the costs of your investments. When you're no longer an active member of a retirement plan at your old employer, oftentimes that means that not only the investment options that are available to you are going to change, but that oftentimes they're going to be replaced with investment options that come with higher costs, and you might not even realize it. Retirement plans like 401ks are oftentimes going to come with management fees and administrative fees and expense ratios that are a lot higher because they know that the members in that program are essentially locked into using those investments, and you don't have the option to move them around. But moving to an IRA provides you with an opportunity to more effectively look at the investments that you're building your retirement portfolio with, to make sure that you're optimizing everything from a cost standpoint. In certain cases, there may be a scenario where the 401k could offer lower costs than if you were to move it elsewhere, but this is really why you want to make sure to engage with an advisor to let them help you do that analysis, to really understand the pros and cons, to make sure that rolling it over would be the right decision for you. Keeping in mind that even if your 401k offers lower costs than potentially rolling over to an IRA, that doesn't necessarily mean that the investment options that are going to be available to you in that old 401k or retirement plan are appropriate. So you really have to make sure that those two things are married. The next advantage of moving things into an IRA is that it provides more flexibility to you to be able to do what's called a Roth conversion, which is essentially moving your dollars that you've saved up in that retirement plan to an after-tax status where you're never going to have to pay taxes when you take that money out of your account. Within an IRA, you can pretty much convert as much as you want, whenever you want. With a 401k, again, it comes back to a lot of the rules that that plan might have in place. Then the last advantage I want to talk about today is it's just the overall freedom that you have in an IRA as compared with an old retirement plan. In an IRA, you have ultimate freedom to be able to do what you need with your money that's most appropriate based on the plan that you've set in place with your advisor. In a 401k, you're just going to be much more restricted. Earlier, I mentioned the concept of a Roth IRA conversion. And one of the advantages of having money in a Roth is that you can then use that money for college purposes. So if you want to learn more about whether or not using a Roth IRA or a 529 plan to save for college is the right approach for you, please make sure to check out my other video, 529 or a Roth IRA. If you like this video and you found it to be helpful, please make sure to check the like button below and share it with your family and friends. If you're looking for more videos just like this to help you get a plan in place to optimize not only your college but your financial planning, please make sure to click the subscribe button below and make sure to click that notification bell to be notified when a new video gets uploaded. If you have a 401k or a 403b or a retirement account from one of your previous employers that you're not sure what to do with, or you want to get it moved over to an IRA where you can take advantage of some of the things that I just talked about, please make sure to click the button below to learn how you can become our client, and we can help you analyze exactly what to do with that old account and the best way to make sure that it's working for you in your retirement. Thank you and good luck going beyond the 529.